Hey, it's Dan, and in this video I want to talk to you about why most people are wrong and why you shouldn't listen to them. Hey everybody, it's Dan, hope you're well today. So in this video let's talk about this. This is why I think most people are wrong, and this is also why I think you shouldn't be listening to people. I've listened to people, I'm 47, been listening to them for 30 years. I don't know what I was doing before that, I wasn't listening, but then I started listening, and what I realised was this correlation between how much I listen to what other people say and do against how much success I had. And the correlation goes like this: the more I listen to what other people tell me I should be doing, the less successful I was. And the more I listened to me and went on my own journey and my own path of discovery and fulfillment and wealth creation, the more successful I became. And what happens is that as your confidence goes up and down, and mine goes up and down just like everybody else's, when my confidence is high, I make my own decisions, I'm off, I get the results, and then something along the way happens, my confidence drops, and then I say, well, maybe I don't know as much as I should do, and I start listening to what other people are doing and what other people are saying I should be doing, and then I follow that, and my success levels drop. And the confidence level, by the way, is like this independent thing. Confidence is this independent issue that pops up or pops down based on nothing at all, no specific reason. It can be you just woke up on wrong side of a bed. It could be you got toothache. I've had a lot of toothache, so your confidence drops. It's nothing to do with actual results sometimes. Sometimes it is, but not always. Confidence is like this separate thing that's got its own mind, you know? And so you end up getting low confidence sometimes, and then you go, oh, well, maybe it's not working, maybe I'll go follow and do what other people do, and then it actually goes worse. The results you don't get the results that you want. And so what I'm saying here is that listening to other people is fine, but then you've got to go out on your own, and you can pull bits from different people, and then you've got to amalgamate that into what you want to do, and you've got to implement it, you've got to take action, you've got to go and do it. And if you don't do that, you're going to not get the same results as those other people. So for example, you could copy Gary Vaynerchuk. You could do exactly what Gary Vaynerchuk does. Exactly, okay? And you will not get the same results as Gary Vee. It's just not how that works. So you need to go out and make your own stuff and make your own mistakes and learn from those mistakes. And then when you start doing that, at that point you can go, hang on a minute, this is not the right result. And then you can change what you do until you start to get the right result. That's what it's called. We call that, what do we call it? We call it behavioural change. You're changing the behaviour that you're doing based on the evidence that you've got that what you're doing is either working or it's not working. But if you just go out and listen to somebody else, and even worse, by the way, two things here. One is you go out and listen to someone else like Grant Cardone and Gary Vee, you ain't going to get the same results as them because you're not the same as them, okay? And then even worse is you go out and listen to other people who've got no results. For your mates down the pub, for your mates at work, and this is one of the things, by the way, they might be higher up than you at work, but that doesn't mean they know more than you. It just means they've been in the business longer or they're better educated than you from a skills point of view, better qualified. It doesn't mean they actually know what they're doing, because if they knew what they were doing, they wouldn't be in the work to begin with. So it's really hard not to listen to your elders. Think about this. I'm thinking about a time when I was 25, 26, and I'd go to work and I would listen to someone who's in the 40s telling me what to do at work. And by the way, I'm in my 40s now, financially free. My money comes in from property, I don't have to work for it, right? But here I was at 25, 26, listening to a guy who thinks he knows it all. He's 45, he works for a business for someone else, and I'm listening to him because they've got maturity, as in they're older than I am, right? Crazy. What the hell am I listening to this guy for? And I'm also not saying that I shouldn't be listening to that guy. You should be taking snippets. So when that guy says cut your costs, that's exactly what you should be doing. But when he says, oh no, you don't want to be doing that, you want to be doing this like me, hold on. What do you mean like you? You're working in a crappy business at age 45 as an accountant. That's the last thing I want to be when I get to 45, right? And so this is actually what I'm referring to right here. This is the bit that you need to start thinking about for yourself and start adapting for yourself so that you can make your own way in life. And that you're not having to rely on other people who think they've made it and they haven't. They think they know it all, which is why they have to work for a living. And this, by the way, extends to people who write, Financial Times journalists, by the way. What do you think? Do you think they know what they're doing or not? You would imagine so. But if they were doing so well, why are they having to write for the Financial Times? I don't know how much the Financial Times pays. 50, 70? No more than that, I'm guessing. Like, you've gone wrong somewhere in life if you're in your 50s and you're writing for the Financial Times. Unless it's like, something to raise your profile so that your business can make more money, right? There's a reason for doing that. That's why people write columns and so on. Jeremy Clarkson, for example, writes in Top Gear column in the Mirror, whatever paper he happens to write for. He's raising profile constantly. Not that he works for Top Gear anymore. And also it's nothing to do with finance. But you get what I mean with his finance thing. People don't know what they're doing. Most people haven't got a bloody clue, and yet they pretend to have a clue. And by the way, am I one of those people who thinks he knows what he's doing? Yep. I'm financially free. I have been for quite some time. I live here in Spain. We've got a beautiful villa. We drive a nice car. We live the lifestyle. We're going paddle surfing this week. We live a very nice lifestyle. We went to the beach, jumped in a pool at the weekend. Then we had a barbecue. We're living a very good life in our 40s. Which we're blessed for. It's unbelievably blessed for. And I think we know what we're doing. But do you think there's other people who know even more than we do? Of course there are. The difficulty is going out and finding them. It's one of the reasons why we share as much information as we can, because at least if we can get you to this stage, that's a bloody good start. Get you to this stage at the age 30 or in your 30s, before I got there, that's awesome as far as I'm concerned. We can change people's lives fundamentally. That's the whole point of doing it. But you've got to stop listening to people and stop taking what they say as gospel, what they say as being God's honest truth, because it's not. It's just their perception. Most people think they're doing a lot better than they actually are, and most people haven't got a clue because they never check the spreadsheet that actually tells them how well they're doing. Only in the last 10 years that I started running a spreadsheet, and honestly that is the thing that's changed my life, is running the spreadsheet, because now I can go, well, how am I doing? Look at the spreadsheet. I'm not looking at how I feel or what I think I'm doing. I'm looking at the actual data that is telling me how well am I doing financially. It's the data that tells you, not anything else, right? So most people don't do that, and they think we're doing better than they actually are. We've still got credit card debt, we've still got car loans, we've still got loans. And depending where you are, it's not such a bad thing having that, but you've got to be a lot more careful in terms of what you're spending all that money on. You absolutely have to be careful. So look, stop listening to people, start making up your own decisions, start moving forward on this, and start having a plan of what you are going to do in order to resolve this matter. Alright, that'll do us for today. Hope that's useful for you. We'll catch up with you on the next video. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you so much, I appreciate it. And if you're watching the YouTube videos, we appreciate them as well. Come and say hello. We'll catch up with you on the next video. My name's Dan Latto. Take care.